This is one of the most requested mice, a wireless G Pro. Small mouse with a fairly safe design, and with the battery, it comes in at about 99 grams, but you can lower that with a lighter battery. I've already reviewed the G Pro and G102, so if you want to know my thoughts on the shape, and which hand sizes it suits, then check out the links in the description, and you can watch the full videos. It is the same shell, and my only real issue with it is the sides bulging a bit. In my opinion, it should have a subtle outward curve toward the top, which would help when lifting it up, but Logitech wanted to keep this familiar, so here we are. And because this is a wireless version, in this video I want to talk about performance. Is wireless the way to go? And what drawbacks does this design have? No mouse is perfect, but the future is the Hero sensor. It consumes far less power than the 3366, but gives pretty much the same performance. But the most interesting part? I would say the weight. With the alkaline battery it comes with, it's 89 grams without the cover, 98 grams with the cover. And the distribution of the weight, as expected, is slightly toward the back. With Energizer Ultimate Lithiums, the weight is going to be less. The alkaline weighs about 23 grams, while the lithium weighs about 15, so you're saving about 8 or 9 grams right there. Without the cover, it weighs about 81 grams. And yes, you can play with it like this. Not super comfortable, but it is bearable. With the cover, it's about 89 grams, and apparently these batteries are higher in energy and longer lasting, so it's an 89 gram wireless small mouse. I mean, this alone is amazing. And even better, the weight distribution improves a lot too. It definitely feels better with the lithium battery in, and I did some testing in game. For now, I think I actually prefer to play with the cover on. I mean, you can play without the cover, and it's comfortable enough, but overall I just felt a bit more solid with the cover on. And apparently you could get it even lighter using a AAA battery with a converter. To put this into perspective, the wired versions of this weigh about 85 grams. That's with a bit of cable, which also means cable drag and issues, which you won't have with the wireless. If you're wondering why they're using batteries like this, there are some advantages, like these can be easily replaced. If the battery fails, you just get a new one. They're also going to last much longer. According to Logitech, this will last 250 hours of continuous gameplay, so that's in performance mode. If you put it in endurance mode, the life can be extended up to 9 months. And furthermore, as you've just seen, you get to choose the batteries this way, so you can make it even lighter. So the weight is awesome. Let's talk about the sensor. It's using Logitech's new and amazing Hero sensor. This is most likely the future of wireless gaming mice. I'm going to show you the usual tests in game, but remember this is 10 times the power efficiency of the 3366, arguably the top optical at the moment. So no problem rocket jumping, and even moving it as fast as I can, it won't spin out. I really can't move it faster than this, and there's no way I'm going to aim faster than that either. From what I'm told, they've actually improved the Hero sensor even further, and now I can't seem to get it to spin out even in the tilt slam test. Again, this is just amazing. Zooming in for the sniper test at 1600 dpi, it tracks pixel by pixel, so you shouldn't be missing those tight shots. It's also quite smooth, but I was told to look into 3200 dpi because apparently that's going to be the sweet spot. So again, pixel by pixel, after 2000 dpi I can't see the difference. That's as smooth as I can get it, but 3200 looks good anyway, and tracks smoothly, and apparently may have less delay too. For me, the difference between the two, it's not really noticeable enough. I don't use 400 and 800 dpi because both are a bit jerky. Responsiveness feels the same, so 1600 or 3200 should be good. I can't find any acceleration or deceleration. Looks spot on. The lift-off distance is about 1 DVD on cloth pads, but under 2 DVDs, which seems to be the ideal height from what I've seen. And it's the same on this Logitech hard pad. It's a perfect performance by my testing. The sensor is amazing, and at 10 times the power efficiency, it's hard not to get hyped about this advancement. In the line test I compared it with the G Pro, and to me it looks basically the same, all good there. In latency testing for the buttons, I tested it against the G102 and G Pro, and also in the human reaction test, and the results are very similar. So as usual, Logitech Wireless is as good as wired in my testing. Now here's a listen to the clicks for quality. One issue is that the left and right mouse buttons are a bit light on the G102, and they feel the same as the G305, so I think they need to be tensioned a little more. It's bearable though, just something to get used to. I hope Logitech tension them more at some stage anyway. The middle button is a bit harder to press in as usual, and the mouse wheel has steps, but this one has a powdery kind of sound to it. Not the greatest quality, but still decent. They've changed the side buttons to have a bit more travel too. Again, I don't know if this is a production copy or not, but I prefer the side buttons on the other versions. DPI button is out of the way, and smaller than the others. Overall, I'm not concerned with the buttons. They're very good, they just could be better. For build quality, there's a slight buzz when I tap it, but that's no big deal. No rattle while shaking it, so for a small light mouse, it seems solid, and the mouse feet seem a little better than the others. Smoother and make less noise while gliding. You get a USB cable and wireless adapter with it, but you can't plug this mouse in. In the software you can see it has onboard memory, and you can set 5 DPI levels, but I use 4, which can go from 200 in steps of 50 up to 12,000. Down here you see the endurance mode. Unfortunately I don't see the option to bind it to a button, so for now I think you have to keep on opening the software, but it would be nice to have a shortcut. But it does have the usual options like media. No lighting on this one though, but that's totally okay to save on battery life and weight. Glad they did that. To conclude, I need more time testing it against mice like the FK2 to really know how I feel about it. Shape is so important that it may stop me from using this. However, it's so good I might actually switch. It might even be my new number 1. At this weight, with this sensor, being wireless and considering all the other positives, it's hard to want to use anything else. If you're a mouse enthusiast, this is one of those must-own mice for small to medium hands. I'm so happy to have it, I'm going to be using it a lot. I'll do an update comparison video in the future, but right now, considering it's just a minor issue with the side shape, it's definitely going to rank highly. Remember, you can check the lists on my website. I update them fairly often, so even after this review is old, you will still be able to see where it places. But in short, I think this is the future, and the mouse market has never been so exciting. Again, good job to the Logitech team. They've done so well with this. Hope that helps. Use your links in the description if you want to help support the channel. Subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.